think that was me. Sorry. I fucked up. What? Sorry. Thanks. So yeah, the purpose of this Inquisition is just to get or some of you to say, yes, an Inquisition. Why you don't mind doing this and playing these songs and stuff, and what, if any, you know, personal satisfaction you get.
Oh my God.
It's a big question.
You had to give us this question in advance.
Yeah.
You can't just expect us to come up with an answer.
Well, I do. God, we've been doing this for like.
Of course, it's satisfying. Satisfaction comes from deep within. It's music. It's like that.
Yeah, music is great.
Why did you decide to join the band? Or what made you decide to join the band?
Because playing music is fun, and I like to play the bass. And you guys were looking for a bass player, and I liked your songs.
All right, well, that's probably good enough. You're all awkward. We get it. We get it.
You never know. Some magic happens sometimes, and yeah, it's the biggest compliment in the world that you know, our friends want to play these songs, and it's a wonderful thing when we play them together. You know.
No, for sure, for sure.
I'm at a point now where I feel totally, you know, comfortable, and you know, the band we have now, like the people are, it's the greatest band in the world to play with. So.
We are on the, I guess if you count right from the beginning, first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Iteration of the band?
Yeah,
yes.
Sorry.
And I think our first sort of collaboration experience was in my my childhood home in Huntington Court.
South Keys Station. Station South Keys.
Where we recorded at my house, and that big garage back there was the Thompson family's garage.
For Keffer.
Keffer, yes.
Yeah. We did 3 recordings in 3 years.
The Lloyd EP is lost, essentially. Probably just as well. Pretty crude. Yeah.
Pretty crude, but yeah, like
exactly
that's
the word I used, so
yeah.
I'll come back and forth.
It was our first drummer, Paul Danks, give us a hard time about smoking cigarettes. My parents came home early. What they wrote on the calendar was not what they came home. And so they came home and I was like, what are you doing here? We're about to make a record. Yeah. It was our first foray, but it gave me the fever.
It was reasonably well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, and it was just so addictive, and I knew I wanted to do that for the rest of my life.
But
Bet.
then, sorry.
So
and then a little bit later came Bet.
Bet, because that was you played the drums on this record. Our drummer didn't take time off to record the album, so Steve just and I have to say, like, it was so
we can't dwell on this
friggin' impressed. No.
Smell it. Smell the milk. Would you please smell the milk? Smell the milk. Smell the milk. Would you save my filth?
Kefir, spelt X-E-P-E-R. It's ancient Egyptian, and it refers to a profound transformation, becoming, I guess, an awakening to some larger truth.
I think, what was creepy about Kefir is that it was our mindset. Like, we were just feeding ourselves with all of this dark shit.
I can remember talking about the Necronomicon, which is totally bogus, of course, but, it made for, interesting reading and interesting discussion, talking about, the Satanic Bible.
It was this really dangerous and evil and scary, and it was the record you did not want your parents to know you were listening to, and it was called Spine of God by Monster Magnet. I had a little silver cassette. It was a ghetto blaster, as they say, and so Steve lent me his tape for while I was painting the house, and I remember I would have to sort of monitor to make sure that my parents didn't, happen to walk into sounds of bong hits with delay, and while I'm painting their good Christian household, and anyway, so I remember I managed to do the whole house and not get busted, and listening to satanic drug music in my pristine little suburban court in South Gloucester.
So we were all quite happy with Kefir, I think, and with that lineup, we had been able to bring it out of the basement into some clubs, and we played a handful of shows, which were great for the most part, I think. But we did break up, and looking back now, it's complex. I think we were just at a point in our lives where we were beginning to make life-altering decisions about work, school, relationships, and
I can't even. I don't know what to say. I definitely know I stepped away. It was really frustrating to me to discover what I really loved so late in my life, and I remember you're leaving home now. You gotta put your thing together, and you gotta get a job because you gotta make money, and you gotta buy a house and everything, and it's like, oh no, I just figured it out. I just figured out what it is I need to do. And then, I mean, the truth, I mean, the bottom line is, I think after Finger Hut ended, 6 months later, I think we were already planning our next world domination scheme.